Okay, so a story broke sometime yesterday that I didn't even catch until this morning, and it's so funny and ridiculous that I have to share it with you guys in case you haven't seen it yet. So what's up, guys? I'm Alex, and I just caught a story this morning that I guess broke yesterday. ESPN actually pulled a commentator by the name of Robert Lee from an upcoming Virginia football game in the interest of the wake of the events of Charlottesville. Are you serious? Like, you've got, and all right, I'm gonna show you a picture of Robert Lee right now. So after looking at the picture and hearing what I just told you, I'm sure you guys can understand why I find this not just a little bit, but completely freaking ridiculous. We have such a weird problem, and we're so petty at this point in this country over this stuff that a major network actually is gonna pull an Asian man named Robert Lee from commentating on a football game in Virginia in the wake of the Charlottesville incident and the race riots. His name is Robert Lee. Obviously, he has no connection to a Confederate general. I mean, yes, there was a Confederate general named Robert E. Lee. I mean, who some people are sore over statues of, etc. But this guy's his name just happens to be Robert Lee. Like, how common is that? Robert's a common ass first name. Lee is not an uncommon last name. I mean, Robert is a super common first name, and Lee is a fairly common last name, and he's of Asian descent. Like, obviously there's zero connection there. There's no connection between this guy and the Confederate General Robert E. Lee from the Civil War. You know, like, there's no reason whatsoever for ESPN to pull this guy off of the Virginia football game over this. Like, this is nuts. If anybody was actually gonna make the connection between this guy and Confederate General Robert E. Lee in a negative way and be upset because a man named Robert Lee was commenting on a football game, they are the dumbest, most ignorant, what the crap, man? My name is John! Like, there's no way you can make that connection. This is completely ridiculous. So that's all, man. Like, I just want to share that with you guys. I don't know how many of you actually saw that story, but yeah, ESPN actually pulled. We are so messed up in the head right now in this country over the race stuff that ESPN actually felt it necessary to pull sportscaster, to pull a commentator named Robert Lee off of the Virginia football game because they felt like some people would be upset about it. Like, that's a real thing. Like, that actually happened. Like, that's it. I can't stop smiling and laughing about this because it's that ridiculous, but I just had to share that with you guys. Sorry for the whole truck thing. We're going to get back to studio vlogs and all that kind of good stuff, so take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. So as a side note, ESPN stated that they were not actually pulling Robert Lee from the game, that it was a mutually made decision. Still, it's still ridiculous. Like, mutually made or not. I mean, you've got a guy that has literally one of the most common Asian last names in the world, and you're going to say that pulling him from a game in Virginia because his name is Robert Lee was not because of any kind of political coincidence or political correctness or anything else like that. It's still just the fact that this was even a thing, it just blows my mind.